Hey everyone, welcome back to our online IELTS class. Today's lesson will be on speaking, and the topic for today is music. We're going to cover all three parts of questions in today's lesson. If you're ready, let's begin. When we think of music, the first thing that comes into our mind is a type of musical instrument. There are lots of types of instruments, musical instruments, so here I put some of them. You can check them out, such as harp, guitar, banjo, drum, trumpet, violin, etc. And these instruments belong to different type of instruments, such as wind instruments, brass instruments, or string, percussion types of instruments. Later you can Google them and check which type of musical instrument belongs to which types of musical instruments. Next thing is the genres and styles. So you can check the musical types here as well, such as rock, pop, jazz, funk, country, indie, metal, dance, etc. Now let's take a look at our part 1 speaking question on music. The first question, do you like music? So here I put my own sample answer to this question. Yes, sure. I think music is really beneficial and it helps me to relax. It can put me in a good mood when I'm down, or it can give me energy when I'm in the gym. Truthfully, I think music is indispensable. And as you can see, I've also highlighted some of the vocabulary here, such as beneficial. Beneficial means good for. It can put me in a good mood when I am down. When you feel down, you obviously feel sad or tired or unwell sometimes. Music is indispensable. The word indispensable means indispensable things are the things that you can't live without. And of course, for some people, music gives the same feeling, I think. Next, what kind of music do you listen to? And the answer, I listen to a wide variety of music. It really depends on my mood and what I'm doing at the time. As an example, when I'm tired and want to relax, I might put on some classical music to help me unwind. Alternatively, when I'm trying to get myself pumped up to do some exercise, I'll stick on some rock or heavy metal. So some good vocabulary here as well, such as a wide variety. So here I wrote, I listen to a wide variety of music, so you can also replace it with many different types of music. Depends on my mood. So when you are answering, when you choose to answer like this, you can use this phrase saying it really depends on something, on my mood. And of course, I can be in different moods in different times. I can either be happy, sad, or angry. Next vocabulary is to put on some classical music. To put on means to play music. Music, some classical music. I put on some classical music to help me unwind. The word unwind means to relax. Alternatively, here is the word alternatively, it means another option, having alternatives. Next good word here is pumped up. To pump up means full of energy, when you're excited for something. Next, speaking part 1 question, has the music you listen to changed since you were younger? Yes, it has. When I was younger, I generally used to listen to more pop and mainstream music. I wanted to fit in with my peers, and so it was important to know the lyrics to all the popular tracks at the time. Nowadays I listen to whatever I want, including music from around the world, like Arabic folk music and Celtic melodies. Some good vocabulary here as well, such as mainstream. Mainstream means popular. I wanted to fit in with my peers. To fit in with somebody means to try to be like that person, or to try to be like by people around you. Lyrics. The word lyrics means the words of the song. Tracks. The word track can be used and can replace the word songs in sentence. So here I put tracks, all the popular tracks. So here is an activity actually to learn some more vocabulary. I'm just going to show it here, but you can just play back the video later and check it. Here the task is to match the definitions here. These are the definitions, and the task is to match these words, the words that are underlined here in each sentence, with the definition underneath. Now let's move on to the next part. Next part is about IELTS speaking part 2. So this is a cue card, IELTS cue card about music. This is an actual speaking part 2 question from an IELTS exam. Let's take a look at it. Describe a song or a piece of music you like. So here are the key questions. You should say what the song or music is, what kind of song or music it is, where you first heard it, and explain why you like it. Alright, now let's take a look at my sample answer to this question. First, to answer the introduction part, music is an essential part of our daily life. It can be therapeutic and helps to relax our mind. One of my favorite songs is Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. I first heard it when I was a teenager, and it quickly became one of my all-time favorites. So this is how I answer it to the first part. What the song or music is. Don't Stop Believin' is a classic rock song that was released in 1981 by the American rock band Journey. It's a high energy song that features a driving beat and a catchy melody. The song is known for its inspiring lyrics and powerful vocals, which make it a favorite of many people. Next part, what kind of song or music it is. Don't Stop Believin' is a rock song that falls into the category of an arena rock. It has a strong anthemic quality that makes it perfect for live performances in front of large crowds. The song has become a classical of the genre and has been covered by many different artists over the years. So there's still some parts of the question we need to answer, but before we move on to the next page, I'm going to remind you about some good vocabulary in this answer. Later you can check this and just take a more careful look about on the vocabularies that you're not familiar with. You can Google them or use your own dictionary to get the meaning of those words. Now the next part of the question, where you first heard it. I first heard Don't Stop Believing when I was watching the TV series Glee. The show featured a cover of the song in one of its episodes, and I immediately fell in love with it. I was struck by the powerful vocals and inspiring message of the lyrics. After hearing the song on the show, I went online to listen to the original version by Journey and have been a fan ever since. I like Don't Stop Believing for several reasons. Firstly, the song has a positive message about never giving up on your dreams and persevering through tough times. This message is one of the I find inspiring and motivational. Secondly, the song has a great melody and is very catchy, which makes it fun to sing along to. Finally, the song has a nostalgic quality that reminds me of my teenage years and brings back happy memories. So this is how I answered to this question. Of course, there are also good vocabulary in these parts of the questions. Make sure to look up all the words that you're not familiar with in this answer. Next comes the part 3 questions. Remember, part 3 questions are often abstract questions or some difficult questions that require either your opinion or your thoughts on something, or sometimes asks for your solutions to some kind of problems. So here the questions about music are mainly opinion questions that makes you think, that requires your opinion. Let's take a look at the first question. Do you think music is getting better as time goes on? So the answer here is no, quite the opposite. In my opinion, music was a lot better back in the day. I love music from 60s and 70s. There are myriads of famous rock bands of that time that I really like. And nowadays, almost every pop song sounds boring and dull to me. So here also some good vocabulary. I just give the opposite to the question. I said it's quite the opposite. It's just the vice versa. And when you answering to an opinion question, it's better to use some kind of linking, some kind of good conjunctions to start your thoughts, your ideas. Another good vocabulary is back in the day, in those times. Myriads of means a large number of a great number of things. Rock bands, pop song, some more vocabulary here. Next question. Where do you think people enjoy listening to music the most? In my point of view, it all depends on a person. As for me, I enjoy listening to music in my room where nobody can bother me. But a lot of friends would prefer listening to the music while traveling in public transport. This way their journey becomes more pleasant. So here is another linking that I used to start my opinion in my point of view, and I am just when I'm talking, when I'm inclining to myself, when I'm talking about myself, I'm saying, as for me, I enjoy listening to music in my room. Let's move on. This is the next part 3 question. Is it better to go to a live concert or to listen to a CD? I think that nothing compares to a live concert. It's just magical to be on a concert in a large group of people like you, listening to the songs you know being played right in front of you. It's empowering and completely unlike listening to recorded music. So the good vocabulary here are nothing compares to something, which means it is a great thing, it gives you a great feeling. It's just magical to be in a concert. It's empowering. Next question. Do you like the same music as your parents? When I was a child, I used to listen to the same music as my parents did. Probably that was because we were often driving in the same car, and my parents always turned on some jazz on the radio. So I thought I was fond of jazz, but eventually I discovered other music genres and I understood that I like rock music and techno much more. So the word probably eventually. So some more good vocabulary here that you can later check. This is another activity, another task for you on your vocabulary. Later you can check these underlined words and find the definitions here for each word there, underlined for each underlined word. Right, this is the end of our today's lesson. I hope today's lesson was useful for you. In the next lessons we will talk about more topics on different sections of IELTS. See you next time.